want you to know that you never have to be alone. I want you to know someone's always here for you, and I hope you believe it's me. Yes, I hope you believe it's me. Oh, I hope you believe it's me. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Invisible Song Club. My name is Mark Davis. This lovely lady beside me is Angela R. Campbell. How are you doing, Angela?
I'm doing just wonderful, Mark, and
Excellent.
Hello to everybody in Song Club.
Well, hello everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'd like to start, as we usually do, by asking for you to share the stream. The more people that we get here, the more input we have, the more fun we are going to have. We've got a couple of great tunes. However, if you're not familiar with Song Club, maybe we should tell them what Song Club is about, Angela.
Well, as soon as I get my chair comfortable here, Mark.
Let's all get comfortable.
The Invisible Song Club is a song club. It's very much like a book club. So what we do is every 2 weeks, Mark and I go on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and we stream a conversation about 2 songs that we've chosen for the show. Song Club help us choose the songs. The 2 songs that were chosen for this show were chosen by the Song Club members. And we review the songs. So if you go on to the Invisible Song Club podcast page and you join the group, then you'll find out what the songs are ahead of time, and you can listen to the songs, decide what you think, and then join us during the stream and give us your opinion, because this show is all about your opinion. Mark and I are just here to keep you company.
Yes, well, one of us has an opinion. We'll find out what that is later, I guess. Yeah, so I think the way we will do the show, we've got something a little bit different. So Angela's actually prepared a little intro video for each of the artists. So we'll do what we normally do. We'll play a short audio clip, about 10 seconds. Just hopefully we can get past the censors, the algorithms that might shut us down. And then Angela's video, and then we'll come back. So I'll play those for you now, one after the other. Make sure everything's in order. Here we are.
It happened such a long, long time ago. Feels like it happened just the other day. It was a lonely Friday.
Kevin JOLLIMORE is a musician, actor, and voiceover actor. He's also been known to sit on the Toronto subway sketching. Kevin JOLLIMORE was born and raised in Atlantic Canada. He began his entertainment career appearing as a child actor at Halifax Neptune Theatre. As a teenager, Kevin cut his teeth with a couple of different high school bands, and by age 20 was drawn to Toronto to pursue his rock and roll dreams. I experienced Kevin JOLLIMORE's music for the first time at the now closed Graffiti's Bar and Grill in Kensington Market in Toronto. God, I miss that place. I would go every weekend to see Kevin JOLLIMORE, Gerard Popma, and the Sin City Boys, who were the house band. I have such fond memories and was so sad to hear that Graffiti's closed forever back in 2018. The Sin City Boys was an outlet for Kevin's original material. 5 albums and over 500 shows later, Kevin pulled up stakes in Toronto in 2017 and moved back to where things all got started, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Kevin's Halifax trio, featuring childhood friend Donnie Donahue, ex-Razorbacks, is called Kevin JOLLIMORE and the Relics. Specializing in all acoustic versions of Kevin's original songs, they've met with great response at their fun-filled shows. Always a prolific songwriter, JOLLIMORE's stated goal for 2021 is to finish and post on social media 1 new song every week for 52 weeks. The song we're reviewing today is called Blue September.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on this song, Angela, while I get the next step ready?
I do, of course I do, because I've been enjoying Kevin Jollimore's music for a long time now. And he is a rock musician, but he's also very much into rockabilly. And I think that you can sense a little bit that there's a bit of a retro sound. What do I mean by retro? I mean retro, like, early rock, rockabilly rock type retro in this song. I can hear it. I don't know if anyone else can. And so, it's a nice, relaxing tune, but it has that hint of, I don't know, 1950s Billie Holiday. I'm not sure who to compare it to, but that's kind of the era that I'm talking about. And I thought it was really good. I liked it. It was great.
Excellent. I've got a comparison, which I will leave for the end of my bit. So
Okay.
I will steal the screen and I will get on. So, yeah, so Blue September. It's I think I would describe this as a blues song, but it's not a blues song. So I'm going to refer to that in a little bit as well. So here we go. So the song actually starts with a guitar strumming an an uncomplicated descending chord progression. Immediately we're set up for the sad topic of the song, and the sadness, unfortunately, or fortunately, doesn't actually let up. It is a very much a blue song. The drums provide a steady beats with the ringing clack of a drumstick on a snare drum rim, which remains consistent throughout the song. The drums are there, in my opinion, they're too solid to provide a framework for the voice and guitar. The drums are there, but after a while you don't notice them. You're kind of fixed on the guitar and voice. It's kind of like the way a railway tracks on a train. Once you're in the train and you're set off, you don't kind of notice the rhythm anymore until it stops, and then you go, oh, I missed that. We need to see that, or need to hear that rather. I couldn't really hear a bass, so I'm assuming there wasn't one if it wasn't very loud. But then again, it was only when I went back to listen to it for the analysis to try and figure out what the instrumentation was to realize it was missing. What that tells me is that the bass wasn't really necessary at all. And in fact, some bass players might even just get in the way by playing a bass line on that. So the vocals for the most part are a nice low rumble, following the progressions of the chords pretty much exactly. Occasionally the vocals reach up for some higher notes, which provide a brief change, which prevents the descending chord progression becoming too much. It's at this point that an electric guitar joins in, strumming the chord on the first beats of the bar, and this adds to the sad emotion of the song, even though it does, contradictorily brightens it up as well, musically. Now, if you read the lyrics before you heard the song, you will definitely think that it was a blues song. But there is definitely a folk bass to the way he presents the song. It tells a story of a very specific event, so it's a very short time period, and the moment when it becomes obvious that a relationship is over. In this particular case, the image of a man sitting down watching the door close and ending there sitting alone. It is actually a very poignant song. I think that we've all been at that particular point, and emotionally I became very invested in the song. The more I actually listened to it, the more that story just kind of seems to have just appealed to me personally. Now, when I first heard the song, I actually was hearing a lot of Bob Dylan in there, and I had not heard anything else that he has produced. But I can see for sure where Angela was coming from, because it has that older kind of vibe to it, and it was actually reminded me of the Travelling Wilburys song, End of the Line, particularly the chorus. So if you like the Travelling Wilburys, and I do, you'll certainly love this song. Definitely recommend it. Let's bring Angela back. Angela.
Hey, yeah, I like the Traveling Wilburys comparison. Yeah, I was just looking on our Facebook page to see if anybody's talking. People are joining, but I don't see any chat. Do you see any chat?
I see no chat. Come on, guys. This is unlike you for not chatting, so chat along. Here we go.
There's like a few people watching, but no one wants to talk. So that's okay. We have the shy ones today, I take
We
it.
do. And I do encourage
Yeah.
everybody to chat if you have an opinion, even if it's just a thumbs up, just let us know you like it or not, whether you agree with us or not. But yeah, that would be lovely if you would. Okay. With no audience participation today on the song. It's not too late, by the way. If you want to join in the chat, you can. We can read this at the end as well, so don't worry out if you don't think you've missed it.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So I guess we move on.
Yes, please.
Okay. So the next song we're going to so Shaleem just did say coming in a bit late was that what was the first song? Actually, just check in the description, Shaleem. We'll check in the description, and we'll move on with the second one. Okay, so we go. So I'm going to play again. We'll do the same thing. We'll play a short audio clip, and then we'll play a short video presentation that Angela has put together.
You do that, and I'll chat with Shaleem.
Hey, here we go.
Get the firm grip on me.
Ian KROCHAK is a country music singer-songwriter from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Ian's first EP, entitled My Many Faces, was produced by Juno Award-winning producer Danny Patton at Airwaves Recording Studio in Calgary, Alberta. Firm Grip on Me, the song we're talking about today, is the third single to be released from Ian KROCHAK's upcoming 2021 EP Drive Steady. Ian says he has been heavily influenced by singers such as Neil Young, Tom Petty, and Bob Dylan. This recording was done together with Len Milne at the award-winning Bedside Studios in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I love introducing you folks to artists like Ian who really haven't done very much yet, but are building up a body of work and finding their Canadian music voice and brand. Ian has clearly been spending money in studios, but he's also created a good-looking website, electronic press kit, and social media presence. Mark and I discovered Ian because we couldn't help but see his constant posts and shares of the new song, Firm Grip on Me. So without further ado, as my colleague Mark would say, let's talk about the song.
There we go. Okay, I think just worth mentioning, I'm not sure if we were clear about which song we were discussing before. I don't know if people just came in late, but the previous song was September by Kevin JOLLIMORE. And so today I'm going to make sure we say that this is actually Firm Grip on Me by Ian KROCHAK. No confusions.
Excellent. I did put the links in the comments. So if any of the Song Club want to check out those links and have a listen while we're talking too, that works as well.
For sure. And one of the reasons I said it, repeated that for those of you who are not either watching the chat or those of you who are on YouTube, my mum won't be seeing the chat. So there we are.
Yeah, I love watching on YouTube. I watch all kinds of YouTubers on TV, like big screen. Indeed. Although I don't know that I want anyone watching me on the big screen, honestly. Come to think of it.
So, cool. Just give me. Yep, I'm just getting my stuff together.
Okay.
There we go. Good. Yeah, I am ready. Okay. Okay. So we'll get on with it. There was a comment, at least one comment about the previous song. So we'll read all the comments at the end.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll steal the screen again.
Right.
Here we go. So, Firm Grip on Me by Ian KROCHAK. The song actually starts right away with the gentle lead guitar playing a simple melody. And, of course, it has the expected steel guitar one finds in many country songs. The drum beat is comfortable. It's a familiar rhythm tying the instrumentation together. But the drums are actually fairly up front. They're quite forward, rather than them hiding in the back. And they do kind of lead the way through the song rather than act as a guide. The steel guitar sings out pretty much from the start, and the lead guitar continues to play throughout the verse, noodling between vocals. The two, I might have argued before I heard the song, would clash or get in each other's way, but they don't. It's very carefully done, where they are working very well together. Now, what I would say, I think, is that the chorus actually does sneak up on us. The verse doesn't really leave us with enough tension for the chorus to jump out immediately. And the chorus doesn't, the way it begins, doesn't sound that different from the verse. The verse actually resolves a lot of the tension in the first few notes. It builds its own tension and resolves in the verse, which is kind of unusual. And then it builds that tension. It comes back to the tonic, to the root notes, leaving us satisfied at the end of the verse. So when the chorus starts, at first it just feels like another verse is starting, but the lyrics change a little bit, and the melody of the first line fairly quickly becomes something different, and then you realize, oh, this is actually the chorus. Backing vocals come in and add some emphasis, but rather than focus on the matter of fact elements of packing up and getting into a truck and going on a road trip, the chorus becomes a little bit more wistful, mentioning the moonlight, and then it kind of ends with a little bit of doubt. It's not this, oh yeah, I'm coming for you, baby, you can count on me. There's definitely a little bit of realistic doubt in there. So what I mean by that is like, I'm coming, but something out of my control might stop me. Is kind of seems to be the message there. A bit more of a mature song than what a younger man might write. Yeah, I'll bring you the moon, but it's not possible. But as you get older, you realize some things are going to possibly get in the way, and just trying to be a little bit reasonable. So the chorus actually does build up its own tension and musically resolves it as well. But it's not really quite finalized. There's a little unsatisfying at the end, because the last line of the chorus does not rhyme. Now, to my ear, the last line should rhyme, and there's something missing. But that actually causes something odd to happen on multiple listenings. It actually creates that tension, creates a little bit more tension that adds to the next verse and makes the next verse just a little bit more meaningful. So that when the tension is resolved in the verse, it's just that little bit more. That verse just adds that little bit more. Now, I don't know how intentional that was, but it works. I've said before, artists, when they do these kinds of things, they do it because it feels good, and they're not really, it's a pretentious SOBs like me that dig in and try and break it down, that might find the stuff. But there is a talent in putting a song together or some art form together and make it presentable and enjoyable for other people. So I don't know how much was intentional, but it was very well done. Now, just over about halfway through, the bridge starts and the melody changes and it swells up. And as one would expect the bridge to do mid-song, there's nothing really particularly unique about the bridge. But it does give us a nice break from what was already a very melodic song. And again, it emphasizes the doubts of the person making the road trip, which is kind of a little, the music is bright, but the message is kind of a little more down to earth, not quite as confident as it might be as a teenager writing it. So this is at once a very positive song of nothing will stop me, nothing will stop me being by your side, as well as a little negative, or at least doubtful, a little more down to earth, that something out of our control might stop us reaching our goal. So in many ways, what appears to be a simple song actually has a lot going on in there. You don't have to dig too deep in to enjoy this one either. Even a casual listen will make this a very satisfying song. Angela.
Hey. So I am not a big country music fan. I like a well-written song, and I don't care what genre it's in. So I can't say I don't like country music, but generally I don't like country music. This song actually is sounds more like a pop song, except for the twangy guitar. And it's the twangy guitar that I don't like, but there's not a lot of it in this song. So, except at the end, just to remind you, this is a country song. At the very end, it ends with the twangy guitar. I liked the lyrics. It tells a good story. A very relatable story to anyone in a relationship where you're all in until you're not all in, and you pull back, and then you're all in. So I like the lyrics. I'll see you soon, unless the back roads get their firm grip on me, which is the title. I thought that was clever. I don't think I've ever heard that in a song before. So that was, caught my ear. And I liked it. This is the first song I've ever heard from Ian KROCHAK. Like I said, he is a new artist on the scene, and well done. I liked it. It's good.
Yes, actually, Ian we had him on the Invisible Man show a few months back, and then we
Mhm.
invited him back with a group of others to play some music, and he's going to be on again in February 20th to play some more songs. We've got a few
Oh.
acts on at once, so it'll be a very musical show. So February 20th. Anyhow,
Okay.
what
Put it
I
on
will
my
say-
calendar.
Yeah, what I would say is I'm going to say to you what I say to Ryan, because every now and again he'll say, well, I'm not really a country music fan. And I got to remind him that a lot of the music that he likes and a lot of music that we play has a very, may not be overtly, but there's a very solid country background to that. Without blues, we wouldn't have rockabilly. We wouldn't have all this
Yeah.
rock and roll that we love now. So those are the two founding
It's
pieces of
true.
music. For rock and roll.
There are some very defining sounds in country music that differentiate it, and I think that's probably what I say that I don't like.
Yeah.
But generally, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I mean, there are
Lots of good songs.
Now, there are some very repetitive musical phrases, and they just get boring. It doesn't matter what genre you are. And then there's a lot of country music's quite renowned for that people are playing pretty much the same three chords and then singing this pretty much the same three songs. That's probably why. Let's go back and listen to the 1960s Chuck Berry. Just you can play his songs on top of each other and they sound the same. Right.
Yeah. If it's a genre that you love, you can listen to different songs by different artists and they can be almost the same song and you don't care. You love it anyway because you love that genre. So, if it works, it works.
Yep. So we'll get into the audience. We have had a comment. Shalim has joined us a little late and he does have a comment about the previous song, which we'll read afterwards. Okay, so Shalim says, the best parts of the song are the lyrics, which tells a story, and the music. The combination makes me want to hear it over and over again. Fine musicianship, vocals, and production. The lyric video is also appealing with animation. The song makes me feel heartfelt emotions, which is something a lot of songs don't achieve. So thanks, Shalim. Oh, and he says, I will be going onto iTunes to buy Ian's song.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Okay, and Marty Green, thanks for joining us, Marty there. Listened to Ian KROCHAK twice. Didn't get it. Not my idea of country. Okay, fair enough. It is not a traditional country song. It's not a Dolly Parton tune, that's for sure. Although Dolly Parton's written some great songs.
I had the same impression. It's not completely a country song.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Dolly Parton's written one of the best songs ever written. Love is Like a Butterfly. Go listen to it. It makes me cry every time. Anyhow. Okay, that's all the comments that we have for that song. Did you want to add anything before we go back and read Shalim's song about comments about the previous one?
No, you go ahead. I'm not finding any more comments that I want to read, so go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So Shalim says about the previous song, which was Kevin JOLLIMORE, Blue September. Beauty in its overall simplicity, and more appealing with each listen. Vocals speak authenticity to me, which is of paramount importance for this style of music. Would like to hear more. There we are. And I haven't seen any more. Okay, I think we're at the end of the comments. So if you've got any more, we've still got a couple of seconds to get through. If you're out there. Oh, excuse me. That's what you get when you down your coffee. Okay.
So what did you think of my little slideshow intros? I just thought that would be a little more interesting than just me talking. And I always have to read when I talk, so I don't really look at the camera when I talk. And I just thought the slideshow was better. But comments from the peanut gallery?
Yeah, it's for me, they were nice. Added a little bit of a better than a talking head, I guess. I mean, you have a lovely head and all that, but but yeah, I think it worked.
Good. Yeah, I was watching some YouTubers, and they had a show similar to us, but they threw in some slideshows, and I thought that's much more interesting. Yeah, just adds a little spice.
Yeah, but Shalim liked the slideshow intro.
Oh, good.
Okay. Oh, Marty Green comments.
Yeah, I personally know Kevin JOLLIMORE. Like, he's not a friend, but I have been a fan, and I've gone to his shows, and I've met him in person. And he's so entertaining. Like, I was really thrilled, actually, to cover one of his songs here at the Invisible Song Club. And he's moved out to the East Coast, and he's doing some stuff on his own now, plus he's joined another chap to have a little live band once we're allowed to go live again. So yeah, it was really fun to see that old name pop up and all the memories that came with it. But music does that, right? Music brings back the past.
Oh, for sure.
In
Absolutely.
both a good way and a bad way sometimes.
Yeah. We do have actually a couple of comments. So Marty Green says that you talk about how the guy is ambivalent about whether he's in or out. Talking about Ian's song. You can do it in country, but only if you really do it well. Resolve it or don't resolve it, but just don't leave it ambiguous.
Oh, okay, right. Marty is a very good musician, actually. Nice. So yeah, he's gonna have strong opinions being a musician, just like you, Mark.
Indeed. Yeah, I think we're good. And Shaleem says, thanks to both of you for the effort you put into today. It's very apparent. So thank you, Shaleem.
Oh, we have fun, don't we, Mark? It's
we
fun.
Do, yes.
I love getting together with you. Every couple of weeks is better, though. Every week was getting a little exhausting, but every couple of weeks, this is fun.
Yep, I get to nap every Sunday afternoon, every other Sunday afternoon. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's good since you have so many shows on the go. It's good that you get a nap in.
With one more potentially joining we're starting another one, but I'm in talks. I've got to figure it out first, and so it may not be for a few months yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks everybody for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the songs, you've enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much for, particularly for Marty and Shaleem for joining in the chat. Very much appreciated. And it's still not too late to share this show with your friends. Invite them to the Invisible Song Club group and join in the chat. And we'll later today or tomorrow we will post the songs for the next show. So before we go, I just wanted to give you a little tell you a little bit about us. So Angela, Oh Just Eat It. What is Oh Just Eat It? Come on.
OhJustEatIt.ca is a blog that I created back in 2010, 2011. And the point of the blog is to share Canadian indie music. So as I go out and I see indie artists performing, or I learn about some new indie music coming out of Canada that I'm interested in, I will share on social media, share on my blog, share on my videos, podcasts like this, and try to get the word out there that there is some fantastic music coming out of Canada. Canada has amazing music, and we get a lot of American music here in Canada. We get some UK music and, music from other places around the world, but we're not hearing enough Canadian music. There's so much out there, and I'm just trying to give it a little push, a little support.
Indeed. And the Invisible Man is actually comprises of 3 shows, the Invisible Song Club being one of them, which we partnered with Oh Just Eat It with. And we do the Invisible Man show, which is the original show where we interview musicians from all around the world. We're going to be doing a lot more music, live performances, and maybe some discussion throughout the following year, just to break it up and make it a little bit more unique. And we have the Welcome to the Madhouse, which I host with Adam Feasy in the UK, where we talk British rock and roll. And I don't know any of the acts that he brings on, but apparently they're very big and famous, me being in Canada. So it's a lot of fun. That's on a Wednesday evening, evening in the UK, 2 p.m. in Central, 8 p.m. in the UK. And all information can be found, including old shows or previous shows from all 3 shows can be found at the invisibleman.ca websites. So go check that out. Okay, so thank you very much.
It's really interesting listening to your shows, Mark, because I learned so much about music that I haven't heard of before, especially the stuff coming from Adam Feasy, because that's in the UK. And, he knows a lot of the acts out there. And, it's fascinating learning about all this new music. So that's what it's all about, right? Yep. It's all about sharing with each other.
Yep, that's exactly what it should be about. So and I've always believed it. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. And thanks again, Angela, for joining me as well. We will catch you here on the Invisible Song Club in 2 weeks. Watch the Song Club group Facebook page for the notification of who's on next. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.
You believe it's me.